Buzz Lightyear got
The Lightyear movie,
politicized?
because there's a lesbian kiss.
What? That's why it got politicized?
Yes. I am Groot. And that means I just pooped myself.
Well, you did warn us that it was bubbling earlier. So.
I needed a Guardians of the Galaxy reference because the Terminal List,
Yeah.
starring Chris Pratt.
Amazon Prime.
This isn't going to be so much a critique of the show itself as much as...
The critique of the people who watch it?
or the critics that criticize it. It's turned into something much more than just a throwaway action-adventure show.
I guess so. Even though, at its heart, it is a throwaway adventure show. I mean...
It's very throwaway.
I made it through an episode.
Really?
Yeah.
I got 2.5 episodes in.
All right, that's better than I did. I got it through an episode.
2.5. And that was all I could stomach.
Okay, so clearly this was written by somebody who is either a Navy SEAL, which I think he is. He was like a former Navy SEAL, the guy that wrote it.
The book, the original source material, perhaps.
Yeah.
But the show itself is Antoine Fuqua.
Okay, so
he did fucking Training Day.
Man up, nigga. Man up. Go ahead, dog. You didn't even get it. Get it. Yo, shut the fuck up and just wait.
Okay.
He's great. He's got credentials, but this is not his best work.
I just mean some of the lingo that they throw around and stuff. It's like, I've heard a lot of this stuff in Call of Duty. That must mean it's real. I don't know none of it's real. It's
okay. So to understand the controversy, you need to know a little bit about Chris Pratt and some of the controversy about him. Although I say it's not really that controversial.
okay.
He's a member of a particular church that had some anti-gay stuff in their past.
Is he really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, this is where all this shit started from.
Oh.
This shit is connected. All this shit is connected.
Wow.
So he's a member of this church that, let's be fair, they're pretty anti-gay. And he has refused to criticize that publicly.
Okay.
I don't think Chris Pratt is homophobic or racist or any of that. But he could show a little backbone in standing up to this church. But he did. He decided not to. Okay, whatever. Okay.
Whatever.
That, however, makes him a hero to white male right-wing nut jobs. Like, yeah, he's sticking it to the libtards.
I see it.
He's owning the libs. Same shit that happened with Tim Allen.
Okay, yeah.
His show got canceled because nobody fucking watched it.
It wasn't very good.
And it was, they just canceled him because he's a Christian, and the media hates Christians, and they canceled the show. No, nobody watched the fucking show.
No.
And then he developed a new show with that same network. So it's not like they hate the guy. The show wasn't successful.
Yeah.
His new show is doing pretty good, and it's on the network. Okay.
Guess what? It happens a lot, really.
So that's how Chris Pratt initially got into that stuff.
Okay. So you're already in that category.
Now you have politicized it, which means this show is now politicized, which means everybody's going to immediately go to their camp. Right? It's hydroxychloroquine all over again. Here's this drug. Does it work? I don't know. As soon as Trump says this is awesome, everybody on that camp has to agree whether it's real. It's awesome, and everybody on the other side has to take the opposing view. Oh, he said it's great. That means it's bullshit. It has nothing to do with the truth. You've politicized it, and so everybody goes to their camp, and that's what's happening with this show.
So if it's a good show, if it's not a good show, none of that really
doesn't matter
anymore.
The far right is going to say, "Oh my God, this is the best." Who's the asshole? This is the best entertainment I've ever seen in 3 years.
Is that what he said?
One of the comments were,
was it this? No, it wasn't this guy. It was this one.
I don't know, one of the Rotten Tomato scores.
Oh, the Rotten Tomato, yeah. Okay, so 43% Rotten Tomatoes from the
critics. 43%.
Yeah.
Critics, they're fucking left-wing media types. Let's be honest, they are.
Sure.
Audience score, 95%. Guarantee it's fucking just these lunatic guys that dress up like soldiers who have this fucking fantasy in their mind. You know who they are. I love this show.
Yep.
Been wanting more series like this for a long time. I can tell you, I'm an objective enough person and honest with myself enough to know it's not very good.
It's kind of boring.
I found myself extremely bored.
I thought it was kind of boring.
It's sloppily done and not very good.
The action sequences, some of the action sequences are pretty well done. Every time a bullet hits, you like feel the impact of it. Like it just seems like it really hurts when they do it. So some of that kind of stuff I thought was done pretty well, but it is so few and far between, and it is just a lot of talking, and it's really boring.
Beyond that, Chris Pratt gives it his best. He goes full force, but he's not. This is not his forte. He's not good at this.
No.
And I don't want people to say, "Ooh, you hate Chris Pratt." No.
No.
I loved him in Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
Fucking great.
I love him in Guardians of the Galaxy.
He's excellent as Star-Lord.
Absolutely.
This is not. He doesn't have the chops for this heavy dramatic shit. It's not good. He's not good. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. You just hate Christians. No, he's not good at this. He's not a bad actor. He's just not good at this.
Yeah. This is not his thing. I mean, I applaud him for trying. If you're an actor and you really wanted to do something more of a dramatic role, cool. I'm glad you went for it. But
and you know, he might do really good with like a relationship, like a wedding story. Oh. He might do really good with a different type of dramatic role, an emotional character study, maybe.
Sure,
but he's not good at this. And the other critique that some of the critics threw at it, that I can kind of, the way that they're low and loose with using his PTSD as a story driver, and I'm almost hesitant to. I don't want to bring the mood down. I got my own shit with PTSD, and so I can see how, like, you know, fuck you guys. You're using it as, fuck, I guess, whatever. But okay, I get that, I guess. But it is a legit issue. Maybe they could have handled it a little better. It's okay. More than anything, I just hate that it got politicized. Much like Buzz Lightyear.
Buzz Lightyear got politicized?
Because there's a lesbian kiss.
What? That's why it got politicized?
Yes.
Is that why it didn't do well?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
I thought it didn't do well because I didn't know, actually. I thought maybe it just wasn't a good movie, but or it just came out at a wrong time.
That might have been that too. But all I know is at the end, all the kids in the theater were applauding, and that tells me it's a good kids movie.
Meanwhile, all the adults were all scathing or just
no. I mean, I watched it and it was a fine, like, okay.
I mean,
it was whatever.
It's what you're going to expect from a kids movie, sure.
Yeah, it was better than Who's the Giant Inflatable.
Oh, Baymax.
It was better than that.
Okay.
It was better than a lot of kids movies that I've been dragged to.
Okay.
Not as good as others, but whatever. But it became politicized, and immediately, without knowing anything else about the film, it became politicized. Oh, our side has to hate it and say it's bullshit and you're indoctrinating our children. And the other side has to take the contrary. Oh my God, these homophobes are bashing this realistic portrayal of real people. I just want my kids to see a fucking kids movie. I just want to see Buzz Lightyear because I grew up with Toy Story. Why do you have to do this to everything?
That is so messed up. That is hurting my brain.
And when I went and
I
saw
don't understand. I don't understand.
When I went and saw it, I spent the entire film looking for, where's the lesbians? Because if you blink, you miss it.
Well, it's that fast. So it's like the Star Wars lesbians that kissed somewhere off screen, kind of.
Pretty much, yeah. If you blink, you'll miss it. And like, I saw it, and I didn't think anything of it until later on in the movie. I'm like, fuck, when's this fucking lesbian scene that everybody's so mad about? And it was over. I'm like, oh my God, it was that? Are they fucking with us?
Okay. I want to bring something weird up, and it's just go with me on this.
No, I'm not going to make out with you on camera.
Damn it! All right, forget it. Move on to the next. No, there is a series on Disney Plus that I really like. You probably wouldn't. It's made for kids, but whatever. It's called The Owl House.
Okay.
I like it a lot, and it stars a main character. Her name is Luz, and she gets a crush on another girl. Her name is Amity, and they actually get together, and it's like this whole lesbian thing that happens.
But it's a kids show?
But it's a kids show. It's all cartoon, and it's really cute. Okay. But these girls kiss and stuff, and go out on a date.
How graphic is it?
It's just a kiss. It's not that big a deal. They kiss.
Okay.
I think she kisses her on the cheek a few times, and then all of a sudden, towards the end, they actually have a real kiss, and I'm like, wow, they went there. They did that in this kid's cartoon on Disney Plus. Right on. It's well done. It's really well done. And now I hear the show is being canceled. And so I wonder now. Now that I know all this shit about Lightyear, I'm like, is that what happened?
I mean, Disney has put themselves in an impossible position. Because they could have just shut the fuck up, made their movies, put your realistic characters in there. We live in a world where there are black lesbians.
Sure.
If there's a black lesbian in a movie, I'm not offended by that because I live in the real world and there are black lesbians in the real world.
Yeah, right. It's okay. Real. It happens. It's right there and cool.
But they pushed it and wanted to make an issue out of it. Like, they wanted to pat themselves on the back and show everybody, we put a black lesbian in our movie. Look how progressive we are. And you put yourself in that position,
where it goes wrong.
And you damn well better be prepared that the opposing side is going to call you out on that. And then consequently, the other side feels obligated to buoy you up over it.
About it. And
then there's guys like me in the middle that sincerely don't give a shit.
I just wanted to watch a good movie. I just want to watch a good show. I just want to...
I mean, if you are so uptight that you can't stand the idea of black lesbians in the world, you have a fucking problem, and you're not going to make it out there in the real. There are 7 billion humans on this earth.
You better believe some
every
of them.
Fucking variety. Learn to fucking live with it, or fuck off.
There you go.
Great, it's your choice not to see the Lightyear movie because that bothers you so fucking much. But I guess I'm not sure why Disney dug this hole and then got mad that they fell in it. You didn't have to go that way. You could have just done your stories in a realistic way, and when the issue came up, you didn't have to turn it into a big production. You could have just...
No. And you certainly don't have to respond to the trolls. They keep doing that. Yeah. They'll have the trolls come out and they'll tweet something, and then someone at one of these damn studios has to turn around and tweet back. And that's all it takes. Right. Is one freaking tweet back, and the whole thing is blown up and it turns into a war.
Right, and now you've politicized it, and in this fucking country, it's predictable how that shit's gonna go. Yeah. Because everybody is so fucking tribal that they immediately, without thinking, just, what does our side think? Yeah, that's it.
We've been politicized.
There's no more critical thinking. You just, what is our side's position? Okay, that's what I believe too. Fuck off.
Has our show been politicized yet? Did we?
The Two Gaming Dudes?
Yeah. I mean,
I'm gonna say no.
I post a lot of dick on Twitter, so I didn't know.
Here's the thing about our show.
Okay.
I don't remember what it was. It might have been Yags. We should do another. We should do Yags. Let's do a Yags playthrough.
I would love to.
Let's do that. Let's start that again.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyway.
Yags, Yearning a Gay Story was one of the greatest video games we've ever played. And I remember reading through the comments. It was on the old channel. It got taken down.
Right.
The comment was, "You sons of bitches, you're pushing a gay agenda." At the very next comment,
right?
"You sons of bitches, you're gay bashing." You watched the same video. We made the same jokes.
Right.
And you guys took completely different interpretations of the same jokes.
Yes. And the comments were stacked. What I remember,
I mean, they were
one
back
right
to
on
back.
top of the other. Yep.
You're pushing a gay agenda. You're gay bashing. That's just telling me you are looking for something to be outraged about.
Yeah, like, we're two dudes playing a video game.
Maybe I just wanted to make a joke about Pedro's uncut dick. That was it. But when you're looking for conspiracies everywhere, you're going to find them.
Yeah.
Even on something as ridiculous as our fucking piece of shit show that nobody watches. So there you have it. Anyway, this turned into something it's not. The Terminal List is not a very good show.
It's not. It's very boring. I don't recommend it.
If you're some right-wing nut with a military fantasy, you're going to say you like it, but deep down inside, you know it's not good.
It's really boring.
And if you're some critic, some snooty Hollywood fucking asshole who's saying it's garbage and pushing people into conspiracy theories, no, it's just not a very good show.
Yeah. It's just...
Don't think more into it than that. They're not trying to incite people to take up, to go, on these lone wolf missions. It's not that. It's just not a very good show.
It's just not. You watch the trailers and you kind of expect it to be a little bit more of an action show, I guess. I was expecting something like the Expendables practically from what I saw in the trailers. Or, some really cool revenge like The Punisher. I was expecting something like The Punisher.
See, I was expecting something like Red October. I thought they were going for Tom Clancy. Buddy, you are no fucking Tom Clancy.
No.
You're not.
No. You're not even a Jack Reacher.
I mean, that was a swing and a miss.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It was a nice try.
I feel
you are definitely not the Punisher either.
I feel bad for Chris Pratt because he didn't ask for any of this. Like Tebow. You don't follow football, but this football player, Tim Tebow, fell into the same kind of boat. He didn't ask for any of this shit, but they politicized it, and he got caught in the middle of it. And he ended up being a shit football player anyway. Didn't go anywhere. But none of this was his fault. Chris Pratt, none of this was his fault. He happens to be a member of this church who, they seem like they're fucking assholes. But I don't think Chris Pratt is an asshole.
I don't think so.
I think he just picked a bad church.
Yeah, and possibly a bad script.
All right,
there you go.
Poor guy.
Leave some comments down below. Well, I want to know your thoughts, too, on the Terminal List, if you liked it or if you hated it. And if you liked it, I'd love to know why. And if you hated it, I still kind of want to know why. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yeah, I would love to hear someone who says it's great and the asshole, this is the best show I've ever seen. Bullshit. I'd love to hear sincerely why you think that.
Yeah.
Do you really think that, or do you just feel obligated to say that? Much like Marvel fans feel obligated to say Loki was the best show.
Miss Marvel's wonderful.
No, it's not. You just feel obligated to say that because you're part of that tribe and you're afraid to step out of line with your tribe.
Right.
It's not good. You know it's not good. So, there you have it.
There you have it. All right. Click all the things, and we'll see you in another episode. Later. Bye.